Coming up, we'll get a preview of the new recycling program coming to Bluffton, and we'll learn why there is no place like home. It's all coming up right now on the Bluffton News. Welcome to the Bluffton News. I'm Anneliza Itkor, and we have a lot to cover: business, entertainment, and of course the latest local news. But first, let's start with Bluffton's current headlines. As the RBC Heritage searched for a title sponsor last year, another local golf tournament quietly remained in limbo. The Players Amateur, held annually in Bluffton since 2000, will be on more solid footing when it begins this week at Berkeley Hall. The status of the event was in doubt until RBC and Boeing secured the Heritage Classic Foundation's future with a 5-year sponsorship deal in June 2011. Having found a brighter outlook for the Heritage, South Carolina's only PGA Tour stop, the foundation looked to do the same for the Players Am. It investigated several potential homes for the event, including Belfair, and settled on Berkeley Hall. Wilmot said the foundation has a long-term arrangement with the club. Beaufort County is calling for volunteers to help with the 2012 Junior Dixie Boys Baseball World Series state tournament. This is the second year the county will host the event. Volunteers will work as scorekeepers, announcers, gatekeepers, and will help with concessions and t-shirt sales. Times begin around 11 a.m. through late afternoon, Saturday, July 21st through Sunday, July 27th. The tournament will take place at Oscar J. Frazier Park in Bluffton. All volunteers will receive a free t-shirt. The South Carolina Law Enforcement Division is investigating a suspicious fire that destroyed the former Shoney's in Hardeeville on Friday morning. Hardeeville Fire Chief Daniel Morgan said the building had been abandoned for about a year and was boarded and chained. No active power or gas line was hooked to the building. The Hardeeville Fire Department, Bluffton Township Fire Department, and Jasper County Fire Department responded to the scene of the fire at 5:40 a.m. First responders on the scene reported heavy smoke from the back of the building and found the roof had already collapsed. Fire crews got the blaze under control in about an hour, and it was fully extinguished several hours later. And foul play is not suspected in the death of a 32-year-old Ladies Island man found dead in his backyard Saturday, but the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office continues to investigate. The man's body was found by a neighbor at about 10 a.m. Saturday morning. The man likely had been dead for about 3 days when he was discovered, as the neighbor who reported the body had last seen the man alive June 29th. Captain Bob Bromage of the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office said the death scene is being investigated, but that foul play is not suspected, and a forensic autopsy will likely reveal the cause. The Beaufort County Sheriff's Office reported that an 18-year-old man walking near Seaside and Ballpark Roads on St. Helena Island late Saturday was shot multiple times by suspects in a passing car. The man is in stable condition at MUSC in Charleston, where he's being treated for multiple wounds from the drive-by shooting, which occurred shortly after 11:30 p.m. The vehicle from which the suspects fired is described only as a small silver car. Investigators are interviewing witnesses but have not named suspects. Anyone with information about the drive-by shooting is asked to call Sergeant John Kelleher at 843-255-3418 or the Beaufort County Dispatch Center at 843-524-2777. And here's what's happening around the state. Lexington County deputies say a former employee at an Amazon.com warehouse stole more than 700 iPods and nearly 50 laptops from the company. 20-year-old Todd Cofield Jr. was supposed to unload the merchandise from trailers at the internet retailer's Casey warehouse. Instead, Cofield stole the items, then forged paperwork to make it look like he stocked the electronics in the right place. Cofield is charged with 2 counts of grand larceny and is free on $50,000 bail. Fred Brackett is scheduled for sentencing Thursday on federal charges related to a scheme to avoid paying taxes on thousands of cartons of cigarettes. Brackett, who ran a tobacco wholesale company in Lancaster, South Carolina, bought more than 188,000 cartons of cigarettes from tobacco distributors in Mississippi and made it appear they were being sold in Mississippi when he was really selling them in South Carolina. By doing so, he dodged taxes and payments to an escrow account required in South Carolina as as a part of a lawsuit agreement between 46 states and tobacco companies. 2 men connected to a distribution company in Tupelo, Mississippi, also pleaded guilty in the case. And finally, the Clarendon County Coroner's Office says 48-year-old Frank Fisher Jr. of Ellabelle, Georgia, drowned Friday during a fishing trip on Lake Marion when waves overtook the boat he was in, causing it to capsize. 4 other people were on the boat. 3 swam to a buoy and 1 swam to a guard shack to call for help. Fisher's body was found several hours later near Randolph's Landing at Santee Dam. For more information on these headlines and more, please check out the media sources you see listed on your screen. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Coming up, Lynn Hummel of the Bluffton Sun has the juicy details on some truly unique stories when we return with Hot Off the Presses. Welcome back to the Bluffton News. Joining me now is Lynn Hummel of the Bluffton Sun. So Lynn, you bring some really interesting stories to the table this week. Let's first take a look at the steps Palmetto Bluff is taking to recreate a bit of Lowcountry history.
All righty, we'll talk about that. Back in the mid-18th century, rice was one of the premier crops of the South Carolina Lowcountry. And over the years, the production of rice kind of filtered away. And now they are hoping to build at Palmetto Bluff 40 acres of rice fields out there, the 22,000 acre community, to grow and harvest the same Carolina Gold rice variety that was a favorite among rice planters back in the day. And they are working on building these paddies, rice paddies we've heard them called. And they recently received approval from the Bluffton Planning Commission to get the go-ahead to do that.
Now, what are they planning on doing with the harvested rice?
Well, they say that it will mostly be for the benefit of the Palmetto Bluff homeowners. Of course, it will create a beautiful landscape for them, but the production of the rice will be used in some of their restaurants, and they'll probably also package and sell some of it as souvenirs for guests.
I think that's great. You know, I know we can get local rice from like the Sea Island area, but to get it closer to home, that's going to be a neat opportunity.
Pretty cool.
Now, I know you've got some good news for those of us that are supporting the development of a Bluffton dog park, and I understand that Bluffton has advanced another step in a national contest. What's the latest?
That's right. Pet Safe is offering a national contest and a prize of $100,000 to the town that can win the most votes online. Bluffton, a Friends of Bluffton Dog Park, has advanced to that finalist stage. They're one of 15 finalists across the nation, and they have created a video that you can watch online, and then you can vote for the park. Now, they say that they have been working for 6 years to try to get this dog park up and running, and they can't start until they get at least $30,000. So this $100,000 prize would really help.
Wow, that's so exciting. Best of luck. I hope that really moves ahead. Real quick, what else do you have for us, Lynn?
Well, the Beaufort Water Festival is coming up, and that's always a favorite around here. It starts on July the 13th, Friday, and continues through Sunday, July 22nd, and it's chock full of activities on the water and on the land. There's arts and crafts festivals and concerts and that sort of thing. And also there are shrimp boat tours, raft races, a kids fishing tournament, and of course it all culminates with the big boat parade and blessing of the fleet on the 22nd.
Wow. Well, I know we're going to be hearing a little bit more about that from Rodney later on, and I'll tell you, it's a great way to spend a summer weekend. Thanks so much, Lynn.
Thank you.
Shelley West Hodges joins us now to discuss some of the components of the prospering business economy here in Bluffton. So Shelley, the first business we're going to take a look at is an excellent example of longevity in the Bluffton business community. In fact, Easy to Own Furnishings is getting ready to celebrate its 5th year, right?
Yes, Anneliza, Mike Bennett is doing an excellent job in his business with Easy to Own. They offer alternative for people that need furniture or AV equipment like TVs and appliances where people can rent to own them instead of, having to come up front, with a chunk of money to furnish their homes. And he is doing great, and he is in his 5th year and celebrating in the next couple of weeks.
Now, do you have any details about the celebration?
Yes, it's going to be on July 21st, and it's from 11 to 3, and he is actually doing a carnival, so they've got things for kids and people of all ages to come and and see the business and just kind of celebrate. And he's offered that to the community and as a free event.
That's great. Now, it seems to me that one of the secrets of their success is they have kind of taken advantage of a less secure economy and offered people an option where they can have nice things for their home without forking out a lot of money, and that's kind of a great thing. Now, another success story in the greater Bluffton area is the New River Auto Mall, and they continue to provide a ton of jobs here in the area as well as maintain an enormous inventory of vehicles.
Yes, now that is a huge auto mall. They represent 16 different dealerships, and they've been here for a while, and they are actually celebrating and offering another event for the community, and that is actually on Sunday.
Now, this event that's happening, and it seems like we've got some businesses that really have some stuff to celebrate. What exactly is going to be happening on the 15th?
Well, they're having an auto show, and they're going to have also events, anything for young and old there. They're going to be giving away a moped. People can register to win a moped and cash prizes, and it's from 1 to 5. They're actually going to have an after party as well over at Station 300, and this is also open to the public. This is a way to give back to the community and show their appreciation for the Bluffton area. That
sounds like fun. And finally, let's take a look at the expansion of a Bluffton favorite. I hear that the Bluffton Oyster Company has a new addition.
Yes, Tina and Larry Toomer have opened a restaurant. It's the Bluffton Family Seafood House, and it's over there on Mellenchamp Road. And they are doing a great job offering up local seafood. Everything is from the oyster factory itself, and they specialize in all local. They don't import any seafood for that restaurant.
And they also have an event pending, right?
Yes, they do. They are hosting the Bluffton Professionals, and that is an open event to anybody in Bluffton who would like to come out and network, and that's on July 17th at 5:30 there at the restaurant.
Well, it's good to hear that Bluffton business is doing so well. Thanks so much, Shelley.
Thank you, Anneliza.
When we return, Waste Management's Russell Hightower gives us the lowdown on a brand new rewards program, and Shelley Lowther from Dancing Dogs Yoga tells us all we need to know to get our OM on. Today on the Bluffton News, we're discussing a topic that I'm very excited about. Joining me is Russell Hightower from Waste Management. Now, Russell, I understand that you're developing a recycling rewards program.
That's exactly right. Starting actually last week, the town of Bluffton and all residents that are customers of Waste Management and Sun City Hilton Head are participating in our recycling rewards program, which also includes a contest for the next 6 months where the town of Bluffton and Sun City are eligible to win a $100,000 grant. They'll be competing against 49 other cities across the country, one in each state. So we're really happy about it and excited to bring the program to the residents of Bluffton and Sun City.
Now, how exactly does a homeowner earn points in this contest?
Well, it's really easy. The homeowner, all they have to do is recycle. So doing the things that they normally would do with our recycling programs, except now we're gonna weigh those recyclables and award points based on the total weight in the communities. But beyond the weighted points, they can also earn points on recyclebank.com through a variety of different ways, social media, taking little quizzes to talk to you about water quality or water conservation, but also, on some products that you'll see in the local stores, whether it's on Kashi boxes, cereal boxes, or even Ziploc packaging, where they can earn points that way as well. So it's a lot of different ways they can earn points.
Now, can you give us some more detail on how a homeowner can get involved?
Sure. In the town of Bluffton, all they have to do is, if they should have received a mailer with a code to go and activate their account on RecycleBank's website. If they haven't done that or haven't received the code, they can call the town or call Waste Management. And in Sun City, for every resident that's a customer of Waste Management, they should have received a mailer as well. And so the same process. The most important thing is for them to go online and set up their account on RecycleBank's website so they can start earning those points.
Great. Well, Russell, I'm so excited about this. Not only is it something that's good for the planet, but it also sounds like it's great for our community. Best of luck with this endeavor.
Thank you so much.
With stress levels on the rise, it is no surprise that more and more people are looking to unwind with yoga. Offering some guidance on the topic is Shelley Lowther from Dancing Dogs Yoga in Bluffton. Welcome to the Bluffton News, Shelley.
Hi, thank you.
First of all, can you give us an idea of who should try yoga?
Absolutely anyone should try yoga. There are so many different styles out there that are suitable for every body type, for every fitness level. It really is a fitness program that can fit into everyone's life.
And how do you go about choosing a yoga studio?
The most important thing to do is to make sure that you're dealing with a qualified instructor. And a great way to do that is through Yoga Alliance. It's kind of the yoga world's forum for making sure that people have continuing education credits and that they're certified instructors. And you can go online for that to yogaalliance.org and search for certified yoga instructors and studios in your area. And there are several in the Bluffton, Beaufort, Savannah area that you can find.
I would imagine, just like with any type of sporting activity or healthcare type thing, which yoga kind of falls into both categories, it's really important to have someone qualified. What exactly does it take to become a yoga teacher?
There are a lot of different ways to break into that. The most common way is to take a 200-hour Yoga Alliance course. And there are yoga schools in the area that can help you do that. Essentially, a 200-hour program, it covers the bases, learning how to teach the yoga poses, learning basic yoga anatomy, understanding how the body works so that you can help people with all different types of injuries and conditions to do poses safely and comfortably. So again, going back to why it's important to have someone certified, but you go through a 200-hour program and then you find a good yoga studio to start teaching. And we recently at Dancing Dogs, we graduated 20 certified instructors, and there are other places in the area that do it as well.
That's great. Now, very quickly, because we were talking about who should try yoga, and you said pretty much anyone. What is a good class to start with if you are a very beginner?
It really depends on where you're going, and every studio will have a list of classes that are suitable for beginners. For example, we offer basics classes. Most studios offer basics classes. Anything that works. If you have a certain injury or a certain condition, you might start looking for a gentle hatha yoga class. If you're pretty fit, you can walk right into a vinyasa class because every instructor knows the right modifications to help every person begin in the right place.
Well, I've been having a lot of fun today making yoga puns, and I'm not sure that I can think of another one right now, but I certainly can think of a lot of reasons to find some time for yoga classes. Thanks so much for joining us, Shelley.
Thank you, Anneliza.
Coming up, our entertainment reporter, Rodney Vaughn, helps us make the most of our recreational time, and we'll take a look at the Bluffton News Pet of the Week. Rodney Vaughn joins us now on the Bluffton News with his recommendations for fun. Hey, Rodney.
Hi there.
I understand the Savannah Community Theater has a new show in production.
They certainly do. And now I have attended the community dinner theater one time before with my friend in Savannah, and their new production starts their 7th season. The event is entitled Murder Ahoy. It's a mystery dinner theater with participants dressed as sailors or should I say more buccaneer type pirate. And it's an audience participation event, and they give prizes away if you solve the murder mystery. It's really cool, and your dinner comes with that.
Now, that's a 3-course meal, right?
It is, and my friend actually had a Cornish hen, which was very great. I had a stuffed pork chop. The food is delicious. It's at downtown in Savannah. They have it at the Doubletree Inn, and the price is very affordable as well.
Now, do you have some specifics on the dates?
They held the event every Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m., and it's only $44.95 per person. And you can go on their website at savannahcommunitytheater.org and get a little bit more information about it as well.
Okay. Now, you don't have to solve the mystery to eat, do you?
No, you certainly don't. It's just a great time for everybody.
All right. Now, what is on the docket for outdoor activity this weekend?
Well, I'm telling you, it still seems a little bit early, but the Beaufort Water Festival is gearing up with some of their sporting events to kick off their event for the season.
Where can we get more info on this?
Well, you can go to their website. It's bftwaterfestival.org. A lot of the sporting events that are coming up are the bocce ball tournament, there's a volleyball tournament, and badminton, and a lot of those are free, so if you just want to go over and participate and have a good time with some people from a little bit of the area, it's a nice idea.
Well, I'll tell you, that's something that the Low Country looks forward to every summer. Now, with this heat going on, it's always a good idea to mix fun with water. What else do you have that meets that criteria?
True, that is exactly true. And a lot of people are discovering the dolphin and Low Country tours. I've never taken one of those, but it sounds like something that's so interesting to participate with. There's some groups on the island that have a boating tour out into the Broad Creek. Lots of dolphins around, and I understand they have some regular dolphins that make appearances. And most of those things run about $25 per person for an hour, and it's a really good time.
I'll tell you, I have been on these tours, Rodney, because I have nieces and nephews who visit all the time, and they love it. It is so much fun. Great way to get out on the water. Great way to see the dolphins in a safe, natural way. It's really, really fun.
And
thanks so much, Rodney.
Thank you.
This week's Pet of the Week is Bruno. Now, Bruno is putting on his pitiful save me face. Well, is it working? Bruno's not quite a year old, and he's anxious to spend some quality time on the May River. If you have a boat and the time, Bruno would love to discuss how to spend his weekends on the sandbar. Clearly a mix of Boykin and Chesapeake Bay Retriever, Bruno is a wonderful catch for the right family. For more information on Bruno and other adoptable pets, call Brookshaven Animal Rescue at 843-757-7387. Thanks for joining me for the news program that is all Bluffton all the time. I'm Anneliza Itkor for the Bluffton News. We'll see you next time.